Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now, are you tired of getting dropped in Zwift races? I know I am, and unfortunately, spoiler alert, I got dropped in this race after, bigging up how well I'm going to do this week and being better than I was last week. I'm afraid it didn't go to plan, but you know what, that's okay, and I took a lot of learning away from this one, and hopefully there's going to be some things in this video that you're going to be able to take away for yourself, because getting dropped isn't always a bad thing. Of course, I'm lying. It's an awful thing. But no, there are some things that you can take away, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I do and maybe use them yourself. Now, this course itself was the mighty Metropolitan. It's a Zwift Racing League race around New York, and it had a really difficult climb, kind of a stepped climb early on in this race, which I wasn't looking forward to. Now, I thought I prepared for this race pretty well. I'm still doing my training. I recon this course. I watched a load of videos on what to expect, and I thought that I might be able to give it a little go and stay with the front group for the majority of this climb. But I really was kind of expected to drop at the last little stepped climb, which was a shame. And it turned out it was reality at the end of the day. It's what happened. But my aim at this point was just to stay with this front little group. And I knew I could do this because as I say, when I recon the course, I knew it'd be about a 1-2 minute kind of effort, this one, which was okay. And you can see by the power graph down the bottom that I'm putting quite a lot of effort into this. But yeah, get to the top of this first step, job done. Still within the front group, so feeling not too bad at this point. I know there's a little kind of kicker just coming up here. So all I did at that point was just stand up on the bike, just put a bit more power down, and yeah, once again, so far so good. The heart rate is quite high for me at this point, but I know I've now got a bit of time to kind of relax and actually just save a bit more energy. Now, this race itself is B1, so as I said last week, it's a really, really tough category, and I don't like dropping on these kind of courses, but it's not, for me, it wasn't kind of my, I don't know, to my eye, should I say, the course itself. It was going to take around 30 minutes long, and I know that I'm actually kind of better when it's between the kind of 30 and 60 minutes, and even potentially longer. So I was a little bit worried coming into it, but I was still going to give it my all. And at this point, halfway up this climb, probably, not too bad. I'll give myself a little pat on the back. Well done, Ollie. You're doing a great job. But the kind of the toughest bit is still to come. Now, once again, in my head, I did think I was going to get dropped, as I said before, and I do need to work on this a little bit more at training, but it's really good to kind of have, that view of what you need to work on going forward, and, your different kind of power numbers, as Costa was talking about in the last video. And, I'm all right up these little kind of punchy bits, and, 1 to 2 minutes, I would generally say that I'm not too bad, but it's just a 5-minute power for me at the moment. This bit here is just, super difficult. Now, I'm doing 470 watts here. I know it gets a bit lower, but you can see that I'm really struggling to hold on. That was a really difficult one. And if anyone pushes up off the front, which you can see now, I'm kind of losing wheels. I'm losing the pack. And, 327 watts, 300 plus watts, and I'm losing the pack. So it's just the raw power that I didn't have this week. Just couldn't keep up with that. And there's no shame in that, because, as I say, a little while ago I used to be a C racer, and this is a really, this is a top B race. So, I've been dropped. Where's my mindset at the moment? I can tell you that I was feeling pretty rubbishy at this point, because you can see there's actually not a great deal left to go to the top of this climb. So I've missed out by probably a 3-minute effort there, 3-minute 4 effort. It's just not happened. So now I'm just trying to stay positive. I know there's someone ridden off just there, but I'm trying to find myself a nice little group that I can just hang out in. And I've shown you races where I've gone off the front and where I've won races, but equally so, I haven't done very well in this one, and I still want to show it, because there's still learn to be taken. And if you're like me, if you're in that position where you're kind of the top of one league, like I was the top of the C league, and now I'm in the kind of bottom zone of the B league. Now I'm going to try and work on my fitness to improve that, but just mindset wise, I'm not top of the top of the league anymore. So I've got to think of different ways in which I can keep myself kind of entertained during the race, especially if it's at the back here. And one of the things I'm going to do is just make sure that I finish as high up in this little group as possible. And that can still be fun, to be honest with you. I was still having a good time here. I got a teammate who just kind of supported me back there to get back onto this group. And now I'm going to use the same sort of tactics that I would do and use if I was in the front of the pack, in the front group. And that's just, make sure that I'm saving energy. Still trying to think tactically what I can do here to finish at the front of this bunch here, because it's a points race, it's a scratch race, so actually all the points come on the finish line. There are no first through segments or anything like that. So yeah, there's a couple of others here. There's 2 in a team, and then there's obviously me and my teammate, and then 2 kind of single riders here as well. So I'm not sure if I didn't plan to do anything here with my teammate at all. But what I wasn't going to do is I wasn't going to chase him down at any point during this race, because I just thought, well, if he does go, then I'm going to let somebody else chase him down so that I can hopefully save a little bit of energy there. But we really haven't got very long in this race left, and now it's basically still a struggle, but I've enjoyed the remaining part of this race, so I've still got a positive attitude. As my teammate goes off the front here, I'm just going to try and latch onto the wheel of the person that's chasing him, and then just try and finish off as high as I possibly can. Someone comes past me there, and I know I've got a little sprint left, but I may have left it a little too late. As you can see here, just managed to get past my teammate, and I really didn't want to finish any further down, so I get past this person as well. Thought I could have these 2 on the line, but it wasn't to be. In fact, I actually struggled to get over the line here. I was really properly tired. So there you go. Now, I actually finished on 292 watts normalized power, which shows that I really did put like a maximum effort into this one. And it just goes to show that, as I say, my raw power is not quite there in this category. But the learning is, I know what I need to work on now. My 5-minute power, I know that we can, I can still, try and beat what I've done this week for next week. It might not be first place, but it might be better than, 52nd. Anyway, the team did really well. So well done to all the guys. In fact, everyone in this race. It's a really good race. John, unfortunately, had a chain drop there, so a bit unfortunate for him. But good effort anyway, mate. And we're still sat kind of mid-table. So all to play for. Really exciting. Love the Zwift Racing League. Hope you've taken a bit from me getting dropped there. And thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you on the next one.